Judge Joe Brown said, I hope they wreck him.
The stupid cowards that are out there trying to justify what he did don't seem to get it. They start talking about he might have been hurt. Yeah, that's the point of a fist fight. You might get hurt, might get knocked out, might get a tooth broken, a nose broken, a jaw broken, cheekbone broken, all kinds of other stuff that can happen. That's why it takes men to deal with man on man, 1-to-1 fair fight, because you have the balls. I hope they really wreck him. Because I am embarrassed that so many of these fools are trying to associate cowardice, dishonor. I have a long list I don't even want to go through because I'll start cussing thinking about it. They want to associate that with what I am. I'm a black man.
What in the hornswaggling, swashbuckling, coon shit is that?
Let this be a lesson to us, especially to teach our young black boys, because we have definitely seen this in our community where the slightest of things has touched off something that can't be reversed. So we need to be having conversation with our young black boys about emotional regulation.
What in the hornswaggling, swashbuckling, coon shit is that? Yeah, you're not too old to get called out, motherfucker. You're not too old to be called out. I know Dana's over there saying like, oh, I need him to get these numbers, but Jesus Christ, if he don't shut his old ass up, he gonna sink my channel. Live by the sword, die by the sword. I said live by the sword, die by the sword. Imagine putting that in your title of your damn video. I hope they wreck him. You talk about a young black man that's never been in trouble before in his life, who made one horrific mistake. I never seen Judge Joe Brown make that kind of comment about some white motherfuckers. I wonder if he did that when Tyree Nichols, the cops beat the shit out of Tyree Nichols. I wonder if he did that when Daniel Penny choked the life out of Jordan Neely. I wonder if he made a post like that. Sonia Massey had her face blown off. I'm just wondering. I mean, I don't want to get too graphic, but I'm just saying, this is what I deal with. This is what I deal with, guys, being in this business and seeing these people right around my YouTube streets, on the YouTube streets, saying crazy shit. They are. It's no excuse for it. When you make Willie D be my ally, damn. I can't even be mad at Willie D these days. Willie D. Man, I can go down here and start naming names and shit, man. What's this responsibility shit? I saw Dennis Spurling. Dennis Spurling. Give it up for Dennis Spurling, y'all. Give it up for him. Give it up for him. I don't have beef. I don't have beef. I have questions. I have questions. Brother, stop telling black people we need to be more responsible. Stop doing that shit. This country racist as hell. Okay? Stop doing that. Stop acting like all problems that we have are self-induced. Don't do that. Brother, stop. Stop this shit. Cut the cap. Stop this shit. What, nobody else gonna say it? Nobody else want drama? I don't want drama, but I got questions. What possessed you to say this shit? Stop saying black people need to do shit. We don't need to do a goddamn thing today that we weren't supposed to do the day before or the year before or 10 years earlier. You understand what I'm saying? Stop taking this opportunity to say all the shit we need to work on. Oh, Lord, we need to get our shit together. Motherfucker, there's been a lot of things that ail the black community, and I understand that. Now's not the time to bring them up because this shit did not happen because the black community, this is an isolated event that took place, a horrific, isolated event. This is not a harbinger, and two other things. This is not the canary in the mine shaft. If that white boy kept his hands to himself, everybody has a happy Christmas and a pleasant New Year. So bump what you heard. Sound like Karmelo Anthony was a ticking time bomb running around with a gun, with a knife, looking at people to stab and shit. Stab one guy, the guy that put hands on him. And I know it's bad. And here's something else. I would like everyone to do for me. Do me a favor. Every time you say something critical of one side, you don't gotta go. You have no duty or obligation to go on the other side and try to clean that shit up. Let's stop doing that. I hate that. Every compliment is met with a backhanded diss, a slick diss. Every horrific, every judgment about the dominant society, about what happens with corrupt cops and corrupt courts, and they're corrupt as shit. I got a good friend of mine right now who can't even get his medical coverage right, and he has money. He in actual pain, can barely sit up, can't even walk because his back went out, and they don't want to give him any medication because he doesn't have a general practitioner, doctor, or whatever. And he's white. They think he's going to get high with it, sell it for drugs, sell it for money to go buy more drugs, put it on the black market. And there I thought it only happened to black women. But my point is this, man. It's fine to say, look how shitty this is in Texas, what they did to that young man, they railroaded him. You don't then have to say, but Kamala could do better because, we got to train them better. We got to spend time with our kids and we got to teach. Motherfucker, we both got kids. We spend time with our kids. You spend time with your kids, Dennis, Esquire. I spend time with my kids. Black men spend more time, when they're with their families, they spend more time with their kids than any other group. We both know this, right? Stop saying that shit right now. Say it later. Just say it later. Everybody can always improve. That's got nothing to do with this shit. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. It's got nothing to do with where we at right now. Right now, we need to circle the wagons and support our people. That's what we need to do. We don't need to be talking about what black people need to do. The only thing black people need to do is get our money up. That's it. That's all. This is money. Money and power. Okay. Crowds clashing outside the courthouse after the verdict. A lot of people that were been there and they're very much emotional. They were devastated by the announcement that Karmelo Anthony will be receiving 35 years. They were devastated to hear about the murder verdict to begin with, and then to get the sentencing right after that. Wasn't ready for that either, man. I'm trying to tell y'all. Because typically sentencing takes a while. That's like something they kind of circle back and do. They wanted to give us a whole shot right then, huh? This is what we doing, huh? This is what we doing. Just crush the blacks. Crush the blacks. Don't you love it how the whitest of white people are talking about, this had nothing to do with race. Yeah, and the Knicks loss had nothing to do with the Spurs. We saw what they did, right? Yeah, man. Any more updates? So the verdict was yesterday. Today, Karmelo was in isolation, filling out his appeal form because he's broke. The Batson challenge that you covered all week is now the centerpiece of his appeal. Thank you, Tim Black. Thank you.
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either.
Yeah. Your brother's ahead of the curve. You understand what I'm saying? Because I've been talking about this Batson challenge. No, I don't need you to. Don't do that for me.
I appreciate the sentiment, Tim.
I wasn't talking to you. I'm reading notes. What else? Is that it? I think that's it. Anything else? The people celebrating got their pound of flesh, and a 19-year-old boy won't be eligible for parole until he's 35 years old. At least. 36. 37. Sit with it. Sit with it. Sit with it. Slow down and embrace that one, man. That's serious shit. A 19-year-old won't be eligible for parole until he's 36. Karmelo Anthony is being held in isolation protective custody at the Collin County Jail. He's being kept away from the general population for safety reasons. He will soon transfer to the Texas Department of Criminal Justice. First to intake in Huntsville for classification, then to a unit somewhere in the state. Life comes at you fast. You know, when I say that we don't need to hop on these things with the community news to work on, it just sounds coonish. Because it's not the time to say it. It's not that it's not true. All communities could do some work. All of them. Let's not talk like it's only us. Somebody's community need to learn to keep their hands to their goddamn self. Somebody's community need to learn that. But you know, far be it for me to say that because, you know, I don't want no trouble. What the hell? So tonight on this show, we're going to be addressing this, the Karmelo Anthony verdict fallout. The Wolfpack community is going to sound off right back. I got a through line here that I want us to follow up on, and I want us to all take a deep breath for a moment, realize where we are, and realize this is why politics does matter. Political capital, if we had it. The one that Roland keeps saying we got all this political power. They're trying to take our power. You know, if we had some power, right now would be a good time to summons it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Roland said we got all this political power that they're trying to get rid of. Well, I'm just saying, if we got power, why aren't we using it to keep this young man? Why couldn't we use it to keep this young man from getting railroaded in court? Maybe we don't have all this political power that Roland's talking about. They didn't seem worried at all. And Rick Child didn't seem at all bothered than a mother. He seemed fine. He looked to me like he was about to go play some dominoes after this shit. So we had all this political power, Roland. What you been doing with your life? I mean, you brought on Hakeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer. Where's the political power? You mean you can't call them up and get nothing done? What good are you then? What good are you? Doing this 30 years and what you got to say for it? Some money. Some money. Roland, you've been doing this shit for 30 years. Let me just say this. Let me be petty for a second. Roland Martin's been doing this show for 30 years. Has he created any great speakers? I'm just saying, you know, it's got a platform for 30 years, right? Maybe not 30, 20 years? Okay, 20 years. Has he created any, I don't know. You know, like, what does he put into the ether? What does he put into the environment? Seems like all he's done is put money in his pocket and endeared himself to the political party called the Democrats. That's about it. I mean, that, because, you know, every time I criticize Roland, there's always somebody, well, what have you done? Criticize Roland. In the whole goddamn system every day that this mic works. He put Randy on, and Randy was on TikTok looking extra high yellow. He put her on. So people could look at her and go, she's really light-skinned. This is great. She says the same shit Roland does, but prettier. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Tim Black Show. We're the most dangerous show in America. Why? Because we don't own nobody's shit, and we make sure they know it. We ain't scared of people. We ain't scared of parties. We ain't here to kowtow to parties. We ain't kissing nobody's ass. We don't rock with the Democrats or the Republicans. That's why people love me and that's why people hate me.